Good morning guys, in this video I'm gonna do a more complete market update. I'm gonna talk about grass, how our grass trade here played out. It followed the market perfectly. In the last video we put out all of this pattern here without knowing how it would play out perfectly, but it played out exactly as predicted. Our trade here on grass now is at 22.7% profit. That is absolutely amazing. Just remember, like S&P 500 and similar, averaging like 10% per year or 8% per year or similar, doing over 20% in one trade is absolutely amazing. So for the complete crypto altcoin market update, I want to go through a few projects. First, we have grass here still in a downtrend on the 4-hour time frame. This played out absolutely perfectly. You guys saw me put out this pattern here in the previous video. It followed it pretty much exactly. It's amazing to see this play out in real life. Of course, we had opportunities where it could break out, but it was nowhere close. So this was such an amazing, such a safe trade. And we got many more opportunities like this coming out. I want to check this project here on the daily as well, just see what's going on. On the daily time frame, it's actually green, so that is pretty amazing. It's something we will have to wait and see for a bit more of a confirmation. I've talked about Sui and other projects, how they kind of need to establish a daily time frame before you can trade them more long term. I don't want to bet on this one because we are in a solid downtrend here on the 4-hour time frame. So if you're going to play grass on the daily time frame, I would just wait this out here and see how it plays out a little bit more into the future. Checking on another project here. This is quite interesting. We have dogs. Actually a meme coin that kind of pumped and that we saw a lot of potential in because of the lower market cap, the higher trading volume in relationship to the market cap, but lower trading volume in relationship to the other meme coins, giving it a lot of potential. So we actually entered a long here during some of the pumping right here. Actually, we entered on the daily time frame here when it flipped green, which was sort of a little bit of a mistake, but it could be turning into a great uptrend right here. It's for the market to decide. This was sort of a gamble because we shouldn't really enter this trade here unless we entered it all the way back here when the indicator actually flipped green. But we got a little bit greedy. We wanted to get in there, have a little bit of fun. You can have that in the market. If we look at dogs right here, I'm going to look at some of the other projects. We see other projects pumping and we see other projects dumping as well. We see a lot of meme coins stabilizing. So my bet was that some of these meme coins here stabilizing, that could be heading in for a downtrend. We're going to talk about this later. They could be cycling into lower cap or less famous meme coins. And that's why we entered this project as well. Just a little bit of a bet on some high momentum trading here. Maybe this does a 2-3x suddenly, sort of like what it did here. Heading over to PNUT, it's green on the 4-hour time frame, but that's because we don't have the full graph. Let's head over to the MEXC one here instead, and we can see that it's actually a little bit different. It's still green on the 4-hour time frame. It's still, well, it's almost flipped a little bit red here on the 3-hour time frame, and on the 2-hour time frame, it's almost completely red. So this is something we're gearing up for right here. When PNUT flips red on the 4-hour time frame, it's going to be one of the most amazing shorts you have ever seen. When you short a project like this, in order to ride it all the way down, we all know meme coins can make us so much money on the way down. They can go like 75, 85, 95% down. And if we play that with a little bit of leverage on a short, we can make 5x, 10x very easily on a meme coin. But what you need to keep in mind is the high volatility nature of these meme coins. It's something you really gotta keep in mind because otherwise you're gonna get shaken out of the market. You're gonna put in a 5x short and the market is gonna pump a little bit and you're gonna be taken out by your stop loss or just completely out of your trade, and you do not want that to happen. Normally on shorts like this, I play with 2x leverage like we're doing here with grass. 2x leverage and we're already over 20% in profit. That is absolutely amazing. Checking on another project, we have ACT here. We need the entire graph here once again, and we can see that ACT is actually in a downtrend. It's in a solid 4-hour time frame downtrend. On the daily, it's looking absolutely crazy. We're not even gonna bother with that. But this also goes to show one very important thing. ACT listed on MEXC way before it listed on Binance. And the same on BYBIT. So if you want to get in early on these projects, I would sign up to MEXC and BYBIT. I've got links down below because they do list these projects way faster than Binance do them. And then you can track them from there. If you have my indicator or similar, then you can track them from there. And that's going to give you the best entry opportunity to these projects. Actually, live right now, I'm going to put in a short here on ACT. I think this is an amazing opportunity. It's flipped red and it pumped way too hard, way too fast. So we're going to go in here. We got ACT and we are going to put in, let's see, what are we going to do? I put over $500 to start trading here for the YouTube channel and show some trades here. I don't want to show my real account, my full amount. So we got $500 here to play around with and do these trades. I'm pretty much doing the same trades on the main account. I just don't want to show my full numbers. So if we put 2x leverage here on BYBIT, we put $100 here. The actual cost of our trade is $50. So instead we're actually going to do $200. We're going to have an actual cost of $100 and we're going to put in the short just like this. We're going to confirm that the short is now in. I'm of course going to put in a stop loss here as well. Let's add in a stop loss here. Normally I go for like -20, -30%. It's a little bit too much usually. It puts you way too safe all the way up here. But now the stop loss is in, the trade is in, and we can track the project now. If it flips back to green, we pull out of the trade, but now we have a solid short in here on a project that pumped way too much and is now in the red. We won't be shaken out by volatility way too easily. And if we're scared about volatility right here, we can actually just move up the stop loss like this. And instead we just track the project on this here. So what is the long-term plan for this trade? If we go into the daily time frame, if the daily time frame goes into red here into the future, it's going to take weeks for it to do. But once it does, if it confirms red on the daily time frame, then we have an amazing trade that could last us like 30, 40, 50 days. And the short could give us so much money, like 50 to 100% easily. The grass short is still in. We're going to ride this bad boy for as long as we can, make as much money as possible. We're not going to cash out until we see a trend change here on the 4-hour time frame. The ACT short is in, such an amazing opportunity, but we need to be wary of the volatility. However, we have checked the volume here on the market cap on the trading volume and it's heading down. It's a solid downtrend on both of these, meaning it's the perfect time to enter this project with a short. I have a quick update here on LUMIA as well, a project that is sort of being manipulated. It could be turning into a solid uptrend. That's why we're still checking on it, but it's dangerous to trade. You can see here, you would have almost lost money on this one, pretty much just lost money, lost money, lost money, and lost money. There are so many fake outs on this project. I would call this complete market manipulation in order to extract money from the market. We are checking the project on the daily time frame. If this heads into an uptrend on the daily time frame, this will play out amazingly. So that's why we're checking in on the project. That's why we're sometimes placing some bets here on entering these projects when it enters green, because some of them you barely lose any money. But if you manage to put in a long position when it changes on the 4-hour time frame and then it changes on the daily time frame, then you could be in for a 200, 300, 400% gains very easily on a daily time frame pump. I'll do my absolute best here to keep you guys up to date with the future of the market. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow me on X as well, where I post some of the trades that I do and some of the updates. But if you want the absolute most fastest updates, then you need to be a member here on the Patreon. I update all of the trend changes here as fast as possible, as soon as we notice them. And I also put my own personal trades on the big account right here on the Patreon. This is what it looks like if you are a paid member right here. You can also request updates for projects. So good luck out there in the market. I'm gonna do more complete updates like this here on the entire crypto market. So stay tuned for that. Good luck once again, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.